Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. I'll give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. First things first, you already know, hopefully everybody's having a blessed and productive Thursday, almost to the weekend, y'all. Hopefully everybody's smoothly getting through the work day. Hopefully your kids is getting smoothly through the school day. For those in the city, yes, we got back rain again. But lucky it ain't pouring down. So if you are out and about, make sure you keep a spare umbrella or your poncho, raincoat, whatever, just in case. I don't know how heavy it's going to rain, but we do have rain from what I see the next 2 days. So main thing again, try to keep yourself healthy as possible. And yeah, it's actually warm again. It's back to that tropical humidity. So again, just make sure you dressed up the proper way. I know it might be confusing, but just make sure you in the right stances. Cool gamer, what's going on? Appreciate everybody that tuned in last night for the conversation. Definitely was a great one. Definitely was a topic that who knows I might at some point come back to. And if you missed it, you catch the replay. Um, Again, process of elimination works on all angles, even when it comes down to things you're doing for your community or things that you're doing for the people around you. It is a process of elimination. Miss T, what's going on, baby? And I feel like last night's convo was definitely one that was hopefully informational for some. Because again, you gotta choose wisely in life. You don't want to keep going throughout life making the same old repeated mistakes that you could avoid. You know, you want to try to excel and uplift yourself in the best fashion. Best way to do that a lot of times is just process what's working for you and what's not working for you. Then from there you move forward. Today, almost like a process of elimination recap, but not so much as a recap. Um, I'll get to that in a minute. Public service announcement for those who actually are into that vaping. Um, we've been getting stories and still been getting stories about people having breathing problems or even to the point of having to have surgery because they did too much vaping. I can understand some of y'all vaping because you're trying to stop smoking cigarettes, or that's a substitute because you don't smoke certain things, but that's not looking good for you because I just read a story about a guy who might need not a triple bypass, but he's definitely gonna need something because his lungs is completely messed up from all of that vaping. The sad part about it is the dude look young as hell. They don't even look like he in his 30s. So I would tell y'all this. Yeah, I think that vaping is all good. It's all bread and gravy. It ain't. Some of them vapes have been causing issues with people. You've seen the stories. And again, it's about how much you vaping. You know, my thing is you inhaling something that could be messing you up. If you was already smoking cigarettes, prime example, you already know you got chemicals in your body. But why add extra into your body that you don't need? You just gotta be careful because here's the thing with some people. Some people are only doing things because again they are following what everybody else is doing. Like down to the vaping, I didn't see too many people vaping, but now I see everybody named Mama vaping. And see, look, even the weed vapes, prime example. You can't trust those ones. Those ones where you gotta, it ain't no cartridge, it ain't no none of that. Now you can't trust that. Sky, what's going on? And that's the thing. Those disposable ones, in my opinion, are the worst ones out of all of them. In my opinion, those vapes is just like smoking a hookah. But even hookah smokers don't be smoking that shit all day, every day. Together, what's going on? Again, you got to be mindful and careful with your health. Now, again, we got somebody that's sitting in the hospital who has to get major surgery on major arteries, or shoot, major, just major surgery, period. For you to say you need a triple what? That means you really have messed your insides up. That probably means, in my opinion, you was vaping every minute of the day. Even people that I know that got the weed pens, prime example. And I'm not talking about those vape cartridge ones. No, I'm talking about the ones that actually got the THC oil, those little cartridges that you got to put back on the pen. Those are safer than the damn vapes you smoking now. They safer than what you smoking now, because those disposable weed vapes too will tear your ass up something new. Again, you gotta think about your health. It's process of elimination even when it comes down to your health. What is more important right now? Me living to see another day, or me just focusing on my own selfish pettiness just to be cool? There's some of you that don't want to take, heed to your health, and you need to. When you don't do so, you'll have the only problems. Whoa, what's going on, my guy? Oh yeah, son, great live last night, bro. I was still in the camp creating and cooking, so you already know what it was. I think I still got a few more I gotta cook up with. Them videos is coming, man. But you gotta think about that. What's essentially more important? That's just like prime example. If a doctor is telling me I might have to stop doing this, or I could risk paralysis, you think I'm going to risk not walking again when I should just listen to what the hell is being told to me? Tanya, what's going on, baby? Not a triple heart bypass. I'm trying to read the story right. He needs something though. It's a young man. Man, listen, his shit bad. Word, all that vaping, and that's the crazy part about it. Not, again, I don't trust those type of vapes because you might have situations. Now with him, he got nothing but breathing problems to the point where you have to have major surgery done. Nobody wants to be laid up in no hospital recuperating. Nobody should want to have to worry about a huge hospital bill neither. That's the main thing you should focus on is, again, process of elimination. If your doctor is telling you you might have to stop drinking because your liver, your whatever, how hard is it for you to stop? For some people, it is going to be hard because they haven't been used to doing that. I knew somebody, may he rest in peace, he was so used to it, he didn't care. He didn't even care if he was going out slowly but surely. We all tried to, at one point, try to help him. But when people refuse to help, only thing you could do is just sit back. And I felt bad anyway because it's like, damn, man. Yeah, man, because it's the thing, though. It's one thing, I vape maybe once out the day, twice out the day when I know I need a fix for something. Other than that, I'm not going to be every minute, every day. Like you see some people even walking out of office buildings right now, you vaping. Like you gotta let your lungs breathe, man. You don't even know what's in these vapes. You don't know what's in these darn little machines that you smoking on, but you willing to smoke. Now again, you take a risk at breathing problems. You take a risk at surgery, possibly death. You never know. Like, oh, but you smoke weed. Okay, I smoke weed, and I don't vape. Oh, but you got a weed pen, and it got. Oh, what does it have on top of it? Exactly. It ain't those vapes that y'all be smoking. I can't trust those. And some of them shits don't even be where they supposed to be at. They be faulty as all hell. So you might get one that you start smoking or start inhaling it. It could be popping. It could possibly explode. You never know. Yeah, because depending on what kind of vape you get and the smell of it and everything, yeah, for some people it's annoying. Now, see, that's why Oh, but you smoke weed. Okay, I smoke weed. And I'm smoking something natural. So what are we doing here? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and put myself and put my breathing at risk for nothing. Not because I want to be cool with everybody, not because I feel that's what everybody doing. And again, this is why you have to have a process of elimination. So this way, you don't just be following any and everything that somebody is doing. Got to be yourself at times. And again, some of these people are only vaping because they see their people's doing it. Or it'll be one of those, I'm being curious. Yo, let me see what that hit for. And that's how it starts. Yo, I'm about to get one of those. Come on, man. Think about it. Think about your health overall. You can't do nothing in life if you ain't healthy enough to do nothing. Realist, what's going on, man? You're in the doctor's office, man. Better not be doing what I think you're doing, man. Matter of fact, yeah, steal me a couple of syringes out there, son. I need those. I need those. Crazy. Lisa J, what's going on, baby? Nah, it is crazy word. But see, that's the thing, though. I don't even look at the weed pens. Don't even do me as bad. I tried two different things that day. I tried the actual disposable weed vape they had, and then I had my normal pen with the THC oil and all of that. And not one time did I cough off my pen, and I had that shit up high. But when I smoked that other vape, I tossed that shit away immediately. It had me doing too much coughing. I don't know what the hell is in that shit. And then I didn't like it. Definitely didn't like it. So now again, this young man got to sit up, and it's not just him. There's multiple others who have messed up their health because of that. You have to switch it up, man. Chris, what's going on, my guy? I already know if y'all just tuned in at the like button. But that should be a process of elimination. What is more important? Your breathing, your health, or you not being here at all? Or you sitting up like how some of those people are with COPD? You don't want to be young and you got to have an oxygen mask throughout the rest of your life because you wasn't taking the time to catch yourself, you know? Big dog, what's going on, my guy? You got to remember that. You're here for a purpose. Your purpose, no matter how you live in life, is to just maintain and survive, right? How can you survive if you going down the path of self-destruction when it comes to specific things you're using and putting in your body? That would be like you essentially, prime example, you start messing with the lean and the promethazine because you see your people's doing it. You get hooked on to something, especially something on that magnitude, it's hard to detach from it. And even when you detach from it, you could have serious side effects that could mess up your health, period. Again, prime example, may he rest in peace, the young boy that was from Chicago, Fredo Santana. Now he stopped doing lean after all them years he was doing it, but then now look, had a complication and passed away in his sleep. The saddest part about it, because you never know what some of these things you're taking is doing to your body. And if you're not doing the knowledgeable research, that kind of cancels out the process of elimination. If you're not seeing what you're putting into your body, you can't eliminate the things. You can't. Susanna, what's going on, baby? And that's another thing. I see a lot of y'all going right back to that heavy use of it. Listen, you shouldn't be putting nothing in your body that you don't necessarily need. That cough syrup and that promethazine is only for that if you have congestion within yourself or if you are highly sick in that situation. It ain't for you when you ain't sick. When you ain't sick, you don't need it in your body. What, just to say you want to get inebriated? So lean is taking over the alcohol, basically. That's what I'm starting to see now. You got more people worried about buying this than just trying to survive. Like I'm not going to be sitting here spending this much money on something I could get in the. Nah, I'm not doing that. Yeah, nah, they are realists. Cause look, you had some rappers previously that just had issues, and look, you could tell that they suffering to a degree. They might not be suffering as much, but you could tell they went through it. Lil Wayne was a prime example of one of them. Leaned out. Even Rick Ross had his little issues with the lean. A lot of people, if they don't pass away, they gonna have serious complications and side effects because you're doing a drug that you know you ain't supposed to be doing, and you're doing it faithfully on a daily. You mixing it with other chemicals, mixing that shit with soda. Soda got the most chemicals in it. You gonna mix cough syrup into it, so you just asking for the killer cocktail combo. Like I said, you got people who are out there doing both. They popping pills and they sipping the lean. And again, you are tearing yourself up from the inside out. It starts looking bad on you, even to a point where even if you leave it alone, you're gonna feel it and you're gonna see it and you're gonna notice that something is wrong with you. Tamika, what's going on, baby? No, again, process of elimination. Start caring about yourself. Hood, you ain't gonna do nothing. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you in here. You disrespect. Now I say that to my face now, punk. Come in here with that, man. You ain't gonna slap nobody. You better slap some cheese on your grits and get the hell up out of here with that, man. What's going on, bro? What's going on? But you know, you gotta really take care of yourself. Your body is the temple, regardless to how you feel about it. But again, how can you keep yourself at the grandest stages of life or keep yourself at the healthiest? You ain't thinking about your health. You know, you gotta, and that's why I said like last night, you gotta love yourself. When you love yourself, you'll be able to make those careful, executed decisions in your life. What's best for you? What's not best for you? You know, because it's needed. When you learn the process of elimination, you are again, you're instilling something in yourself. Okay, this didn't work. Okay, this didn't work for me. So now I know I could go this way. You know, again, when it comes to your health, that's the biggest process of elimination. What is going to keep me here longer? That's just like if your doctor telling you you need to add more vegetables into your diet. You should do so. By all means, you should do so because technically that's what we need in our life. How you think we gonna digest things if we ain't getting the proper nutrients, we ain't getting the proper vitamins and minerals coming from these fruits and vegetables? Now, you understand there's some situations where it's hard to trust even fruits and vegetables because we already went down this rabbit hole about synthetic food. We know that already. But when you know it's fresh, get it. You know, again, incorporate the fruits and vegetables in your body. You'd be surprised how long you be here. Like I said, I know this old head in my area. He done look here. When I tell you he done did damn near everything under the sun and he's still walking, it boggles my mind because not to be funny, at one point he should have been gone. But a lot of times that be the intervention of that man upstairs, and sometimes that just be you taking care of yourself. And he told me what it was. Despite everything that I was doing, I'm always incorporating the right things in my diet. You know, like again, yeah, you eat meats, but you also gotta have a balance in your diet. Not just eating meats all day. You gotta have vegetables, you gotta have carbs, you gotta have a little bit of all of that, right? How you try to say it, the four food groups, which is technically five because you forgot snacks do count as a food. So, you know, but it's again what you putting in. You could be snacking all day to a degree, but depending on what you snacking on. If you snacking on something that got too much sugar in it, after a while, yeah, it's gonna mess with you. You dealing with things that are either too salty or shoot. You dealing with anything that got way too much salt, sodium, all of that, yeah, you'll be messing yourself up. You see, that was a blessing right there to live to that age. Look, you got people who are living past 100 years old right now, and some of them have probably done worse things than what we seeing now. But again, it's just about taking care of your body all in all. This dude was smoking, like I said, the old head in my area was, look here, when I tell you he was smoking damn near everything, smoking everything. Like, literally, he should have been gone before his 70s. Like, that's how bad he was out here. He just turned 92. Just turned 92. Like, come on now. Still moving kind of, well, he moving a little slower now. We know that. We know older folks, they move somewhat slow, but he's still moving around. No cane, no walker, none of that shit, which is a shot. You know, because some people I know when they get up there, they need help. They need help balancing out and all of that. But doing what he got to do. No, that's really what's in that four food groups. What? Vegetables, fruits, meats, dairy, and yeah. But you do need your occasional snacks, regardless. Oh, baby. And that's the thing. They fail to realize that your health is the number one option out of everything. What benefits you? What foods are benefiting you? What foods ain't benefiting you? If you got to cut down the saltiness, cut down the saltiness. You got to cut down the grease, cut down the grease. For those who probably had surgery or probably had situations with their gallbladder, what they tell you, once they remove your gallbladder, there's certain things that you're not going to be able to eat, certain things you ain't going to be able to drink, which is the truth. You're not going to be able to do that because you will solely mess yourself up again. I would know because I had a family member that had the gallbladder removed. He had to stop eating half of that greasy food that he was eating, all the sugary stuff that he was eating. He had to cut that down. He had to do a lot, and for good reason. Because again, your health is more important. You want to live longer, you gotta act like you want to live longer. You know. Again, you are supposed to love yourself more than anything. Because ain't nobody else gonna love you. Ain't nobody else gonna motivate you to get up and do something that you feel you need to do, especially if it's for the betterment of your life. You have to do that. You know, and it's sad because again, when it gets to that point where you gotta have something removed, and now you might have to start switching up your diet. Yeah, it could be stressful for some because you're so used to certain things, but hey, you gotta cut those things out. London, what's going on, baby? I'm just thinking from the level again because now look, with this situation, who knows how long if he's even going to get what he needs, Who knows how long he's going to be laid up in that hospital trying to figure out if he's going to get what he needs to survive. And hopefully this will be a life-changing experience for him. The vapes is not always what you think it is. Again, don't just get into a fad because you see everybody else is doing it. And that's what it be. Again, getting into stuff because you see everybody else is getting into it. Nah, be your own person. I had somebody ask me like, "Yo, son, why you don't get no vape? Why I don't see you vaping?" Because I know what comes with that, and I see a lot of y'all going back and forth, having breathing problems. I like to breathe, damn it. Like shoot. Appreciate you together, baby. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in right now. Just it's an eye opener for some because again, what's more important? Me waking up to see another blessed day and trying to make things work, or me not waking up at all? And essentially, some of y'all seem to choose that. You know, word. Don't look at that fake ass chart, man. You better look at the top of that pyramid. It says snacks, nigga. It says snacks, nigga. It said Pringles, uh, salty Lay's chips, all of that, son. No, but you do. You need the proper grains in your diet. You know, you need a little bit of everything. You know, but there's certain things you know you might have to change up on because hey, if you ain't getting the proper what you supposed to get, proper balance, yeah, it's gonna work. It ain't gonna work for you. It's gonna work against you. If they telling you you gotta start eating more protein, or you gotta have something with more protein in it, add it to you. Shoot. A lot of people say they hate fish, but shit, fish is probably one of the healthiest out of all of those meats. Fish and chicken. So shoot. If you can make a million motherfucking dishes with chicken, you can make a million dishes with fish and everything else around it. From time to time, when I know I could get it, I get my hands on some salmon or some white ends or something. Because again, you ain't gonna always want to eat all that super greasy food. I don't care even at home. And there's some of you who are buying air fryers, but you're not utilizing them. Utilize your air fryers, man. Utilize them. And see, that's the thing too. Even when you have to cook and it's grease, you gotta make sure that whatever you cooking, you gotta let it sit out. Let all that grease and everything else set out of the thing before you even just start biting into it. If I just fried some chicken, I'm giving it at least 10 minutes of rest time before I do anything. Because I gotta let all of that grease soak at the bottom of the napkins and all of that. Because again, you don't want super greasy food if you cooking. Again, you gotta love yourself. You know, and you have to believe in yourself that no matter what you doing, no matter what changes you making in life, is for the better. And some of y'all need to make changes when it comes to your diet. Again, you want to be here longer. You want to be around for your family and friends. You need to think about what's necessary for your life. And again, how can you be beneficial to anybody if either A, you're not here, or you're laid up in the hospital and can't do much? Now, see, with that situation I was talking about with this young man, now guess what? If he was working, he ain't gonna be working no time soon. He might have to face some BS dependent. And if he wasn't on point as far as his financials, yeah, he gonna have a rough patch coming back. That's why I said for some, who wants to go through all of that? Who knows how much that medical bill is gonna cost you? And then plus you still gotta try to keep a roof over your head. That's why I said your health is the most important thing. You don't let your health go all the way to the bad before you decide you want to do something constructive. The minute you feel your body is out of whack on any level, go get yourself checked out. You never know what could be lingering around. You might think you healthy, but if it's something in you that you ain't known about, oh yeah, you're gonna be falling for that trap. Trust me and believe that. You know, and I feel bad again because again, nobody should have to be laid up in no hospital bed, wondering if they're gonna survive or not because of the decisions that they made. Again, when you have ample time to make ample decisions, you need to make the right ones accordingly. And see, the reason why I felt like the vapes is a problem to a degree because now look, it's a trend in the fashion now for some. And guess who picking up that trend behind us? These young ones. No way in the hell you gonna tell me a teenager got a vape. What are you vaping for? What are you smoking for? What are you messing up your young prime lungs for? For what? Just to be down with people? Gotta make it make sense. And the parents who are allowing their kids to vape, y'all just as guilty. Come on now. If something happens to your child, whose fault is that? Is that your fault or your child's fault? No, it's your fault. Because as a parent, you should be making sure your kid is not doing anything that can mess their bodies up. It's a scary thing when you think about it for real. There's some of you that I know for a fact would go off the deep end. if you find out this is what it is. Well, why is my child suffering? Why what oh my child, my baby. No, you wasn't paying attention to your baby. If you was paying attention to your baby, 9 out of 10, your baby wouldn't be in the issues that they in. Oh, that's another form of process of elimination. This is going for some of you parents. You have to process and then eliminate. You have to process what things are going on within your child's life, and then you must try to do your best to eliminate whatever is in your child's life. Again, it's solely about, growth. It's solely about your health and everything else along those lines. And if you ain't doing the right things to keep yourself at least somewhat healthy, you're gonna be in a world full of hurt. Shit, let me go into a doctor's office, go get my physical or get my whatever checkup, and they tell me I might have to stop doing something. You think I ain't gonna stop doing it? It might be hard, but I'm gonna stop doing it, especially if I know it could hurt me in the long run. They telling me I gotta cut down on the sweets, I'm gonna cut down on the sweets. If I gotta cut down on drinking specific things like orange juice and stuff like that, okay, I'm gonna have to substitute. The process of elimination is what it is throughout life. Even when you got a family, again, you gotta process what's good and eliminate all the bad and the toxic. And I want to say healing prayers to those who might need it right now, especially on the health tip, whether it's mental health or physical health. Because again, I would like to see prosperity, peace, and healthiness for the rest of 2024. There are a lot of you I know who are taking care of yourselves properly. There's some who are slacking off, but nonetheless, get yourself right, get yourself in order. You got to remember that part. You gonna keep yourself here as long as you can keep yourself here. You don't want to be seeing those pearly gates too early. So again, get in tune with your health. If there's things you don't necessarily need to do that you wasn't doing before, that could be a danger, don't do it. The minute you go down that road, forget about it. And again, nobody wants to have to go through that long process of recovery and just trying to get themselves right because of specific health issues that you could have prevented before time. Again, it is about solely loving yourself, believing in yourself, and actually just keeping yourself in the best light. You do what you necessarily have to. They tell you might need more vitamin E or vitamin D, C, whatever. You might have to add certain things into your diet, even zinc, prime example. Hey, do what you need to do. You got all these damn pills and all these natural remedies to give you what you need. You need to flush your system out, flush your system out. And flush your system out naturally. That's the most important thing. There's some people who are doing all that juicing because that's exactly what they're doing. They're detoxing and cleaning their bodies out. And surprisingly, the vegetables that you would hate to eat, they are actually the main ones that actually have so much beneficial factors to it. But then sometimes too, you can't always just be juicing. Sometimes you got to eat things whole the way it is. Broccoli, prime example. Yeah, you could juice all the vegetables, but then sometimes you want steamed vegetables. You want something to eat. Again, there's some things you can't even cut down the way you want to cut it down to because you're taking a major factor out of what's needed. Like they talk about watermelons. Yeah, watermelons are essential on all angles, even down to those rinds you want to call it the rinds of the watermelon. Those are still healthy. You know, some of these damn factors, as it is, will help. There are certain vegetables and fruits that will help keep your skin intact, keep you revitalized, basically. Bronze, what's going on, my guy? You know, but this is the truth, though. You know, there's some things you don't necessarily have to do. Now, prime example, you know you need a balanced diet or just a balanced period. Yeah, if I don't eat breakfast, prime example, best believe lunch and dinner, lunch will probably be my heaviest meal out the day. Dinner, keep something light. So this way, in case I decide to fall asleep early, I don't gotta worry about it. Nothing I don't need to worry about. Some of y'all suffering from specific situations like acid reflux and heartburn. That's because some of y'all eating certain things and then you're going to sleep directly after that instead of keeping yourself up. You gotta let your food digest too. Definitely have to do so. I know it's hard for some people because again, some people have been used and accustomed to specific things. But when you have to make changes, you have to make changes. No doubt London appreciate you, baby. And those in the city, yes, it's starting to rain again. Now it's trying to rain hard. It was just a little light mist, and now it's raining hard. Well, glad I'm in the right spot. You know, but again, you gotta solely make these decisions that's going to benefit you as a whole. Because again, nobody else is going to be able to make your decisions in life. You have to make those. And if it's not something that's sitting right with you, then that means you need to make that change immediately. Your lungs, your liver, your kidneys, those are important functions in your body that you need. Same thing with keeping your heart, keeping your cholesterol down. You know, again, doing those things that are necessary. Your heart, your liver, your lungs, and your kidneys are the most vital. Next to your brain and next to your heart, those are the most vital keys of your body. You gotta try to keep them up and up. Letitia, what's going on, baby? But again, this notion for some of y'all that are out here and y'all vaping, think twice. Think twice about vaping. Think twice about the things that you incorporating into your body. Because again, look at this. Now you got another story where somebody might not make it depending if he don't get what they need. You know, again, make the simple decisions that's going to keep you here longer. And see, there, like I said, you have some people who they refuse to get it together. And some of them honestly feel like they don't care. If they go out, they're going out. They're going out happy. But that's not a happy way to go out because, again, you're being selfish and you're leaving the main people that really love and care for you behind. And that's a selfish way to go out. If more than one person is caring about you and trying to tell you something for your benefit, you need to listen. Exactly if you want to be here longer, you want to have to listen. And for some who got kids, for some of y'all who got kids, y'all should want to be here longer for your kids. Because how's that going to look when you're going too early? Who going to be there to fend for those kids? Who going to be there to keep teaching them the proper balance outside of the other parent? Because it's not just the young men that are killing themselves out here, be the young women too. But again, that's the most selfish thing you can do is not take care of your health, and you got kids here. I meant to say that the other day, and I still feel that way in my opinion. It's selfish when you know you have a family and you're not taking care of yourself properly. Prime example, like again, we know there's just certain things you're not gonna be able to get rid of. And that's something you might have to live with. But then we got things that if you're going into a remission basically, or if you happen to beat the circumstance, you do everything in your power to keep yourself healthy, and that's it. Yeah, people out here right now with cancer and all sorts of different cancers. If you got cancer of the liver, the most you could do is just pray and hope that it doesn't speed up the process of you not being here. And even still, you would have to keep yourself on a regimen. You have to put the right things in your body, and then you still gonna have to take your meds or whatever to fight off whatever you fighting off. But again, be be more careful. And again, just add what you need to add into your life. I can't stress that out no longer. Um, Again, your livelihood a lot of times solely depends on you. If you ain't gonna be willing to make the sacrifices you need, or if you're not willing to make the compromises you need to keep yourself here and keep yourself here longer, then it's pointless. It's pointless to even keep trying or even trying to wish anybody else to do something and you ain't doing it yourself. For those who are suffering, prime example from alcoholism. Some of y'all probably already done had a near experience with death as far as you ain't doing right. Look, I've always felt once you get some form of liquor poisoning, that should be your cue to either A, slow it down or stop altogether. Because again, you can't tell nobody how to live their life, but you can give them the best advice. Yeah, I got you. Hold on. I got you. I'm going to drop the link in a second. I got you. I'm trying to get the hell out this rain so I can drop it. I don't need the shit falling on my phone. Y'all, my bad. But another thing I was going to speak about too today, but it's a portion of it. You know how the value, you know how value depreciates over time? Yeah, I would say that that's even on a level when it comes to your community. Your community value is depreciating over time. Now, I just got a rude awakening about one of the stores in my area. They closed them down. And I didn't know they was closed for a whole week. The problem with that is that's one of the stores that for people who got certain debit cards or if they got to go to specific locations to do whatever they got to do, that's one spot now that's closed. So now you're going to have to go well outside your area. Sparky, what's going on, baby? Your, the value of your neighborhoods and stuff depreciate over time. The more you keep allowing things to plague your communities, this is what's going to happen. Now, again, this spot that's closed, I'm mad because now I would literally, if I had to do something on a transaction level or something like that, I would literally have to go well outside my community to get that done. So I would have to literally walk 5-10 minutes outside of my hood to go elsewhere to do something that I could have been doing on my own. You know, in certain situations, you know, there's some people who say they stand on what they stand on and they fighting for their community, but it ain't a strong fight. Not when the same things keep happening. Now this spot done closed up because of all of this purging that they doing in these damn stores and these pharmacies and shit. So now we have a problem. Hold on, Letitia, I got you. I don't know if I like you, Miss L. I was, I'm laughing at the name though. I don't know if I like you, Miss L. What's
Hey,
going on,
Nate,
baby?
Nate, baby.
What's going on, baby?
What's up, baby?
Trying to get the hell out this rain. I think I found me some shelter for now.
You outside?
Yeah, I try to take my morning walks like I was doing. It wasn't raining when I was halfway to my destination, but once I started feeling the drips, I made the U-turn back. So
Oh,
yeah, I'm trying to make this U-turn back.
yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, I don't like getting hit by the rain. Not today's rain, anyway.
Mm-mm-mm.
A whole different story.
Nah, it's all
But
good too. Don't nobody
I,
want to get caught down no
I,
pouring down rain, man.
oh yeah, yeah. I call it chemtrail rain, but like I said, whole different story.
Another
Our
rabbit hole, another day.
different day, different subject. But you were
Yeah.
talking about us taking care of ourselves. That's what I came up to speak about because my husband has a colleague that just passed away yesterday, and
Mm.
the guy's like 48, 49, and
Wow.
he died from a heart attack. uh, like,
May he rest in peace. Damn.
care yourself because in, from what I see in the field and line of work I'm in the medical field, uh,
Mm.
majority of from again, it's my opinion, not Nate's. A majority of the reasons we end up, whether we speed up our demise or not, is on us. How we live, how we choose to walk this planet, what we put into our bodies. If we're taking care of our bodies, like you're
Mm.
walking, you know, making sure you get your cardio in, your exercise, all that stuff, because at the end of the day, we're responsible for taking care of our body, unless you've got some anomaly where you just can't, you're not capable of caring for yourself, which I do understand people have those situations. But yeah, it was sad to hear that this brother died so soon, 48 years old, and he was a coach. And unfortunately, you see a bunch of these coaches, and they got the bellies and everything. They look pregnant or whatever. And so you're a coach, and that goes for us nurses. We don't live the best healthiest lives. I've had to take control over my own health myself because no one else is going to do it for us. And so I just came up because you mentioned that, and I was like, dang, this just like this is something that just happened yesterday. This guy, just he's gone.
Yeah.
And got a family. His children are older, so they're grown, but it's still, he's got his wife who's devastated about it and everything. But and I don't know if he got that jab. I don't know if you use that term on here, but
Mm.
I don't I don't know what his background is on that. I only know what I've heard from my husband has told me about him, and I've seen pictures of him. He doesn't look like a healthy guy,
Yeah.
and that's just visual. I don't know him like that. He didn't appear healthy, but we have to take control over our own health and our own well-being, as far as wanting to remain um, on this planet as long as we can. But we don't want to end up being, like you were saying, something about community. Um, uh, we lose our community value.
Yeah.
We I don't want to live here decrepit. I mean,
No.
I don't want to be a burden to anyone, even though I know I have the family that would be there for me. I don't want to be that for them. I want to be as healthy as possible for as long as possible, so that they can they don't have to take care of me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah.
I just wanted to come up and chime in at that topic that you had mentioned.
Oh no, you good. Listen, because the reason why I brought some of this topic up was because, like I said, that story I was kind of reading on my phone that popped up said this
Mm.
young man got I think he need triple something, but it's something with his breathing, like all that vaping, and for you to sit here, you need triple,
Oh,
not just a you need triple. Nah, that means you really tore yourself up with that. That means you must have been vaping every minute of the day. For your
yeah.
body to get messed up like that, where you need major surgery to stay alive, nah. Like, what's going on here? That's why
I
I said I was fickly about that to a degree.
Yeah, you know, you're right. I've heard that I don't vape, never have, but I've
Hmm.
used it before, even though that's not healthy either. But I've actually seen that that's worse than cigarettes, vaping. Uh I mean, I don't know who else can speak to that, but I've seen where even like doing doctor, she had to put her tour on hold because she got respiratory diseases where
Yeah,
couldn't sing. So yeah, the vaping is not healthy at all from what I'm seeing. Um, but yeah, y'all just be careful out there. Be mindful. You know, Nate comes with a lot of solutions and to the problems that we see in our own communities, and you know, just we gotta do better for ourselves and for our families, and that includes, you know, some people might not be comfortable eating healthier, might not be as tasty, but you can find ways to make it tasty. Look at Tay Eats. You know, check her out or look up some recipes that will help you to like more healthier foods. Uh,
yeah. There's a lot of people in here, man. Listen, where Frugal Mama at with her ass, man? Shout out to Frugal Mama. She another one. Even that right there. Almost every morning she up early doing her good old cardio and exercises. You know, and that's sometimes that's the best thing to do. If even if you don't do it in the morning, as long as you do something during the day, that's the most important thing. Like, see, look, I'm not as active as I used to be because when this pandemic started, I said, oh, hell no. I ain't trying to be out here playing football or basketball or doing something. And I end up getting like, so I was like, but I'm still active to a degree because again, even just the simplest walk right there, getting the necessary balance. I told somebody, it was yo, son, my leg man stiff. I said, first of all, you just had leg surgery, so you
mhm.
still technically rehabbing. But when them days like that, even when it hurt, nigga, you got to get up and walk. I said, shoot, I did it. When I tore look, I wasn't supposed to have my right foot.
Mm.
Football injury. Football injury. Like my shit was gone. God good though, because again, had I did something that I wasn't supposed to do, yeah, you'd have been talking to an amputee. But
Right.
again, you just even during that rehab process with me, I still had to get up and walk, even the days it was hurting. Look, as long as I had my cane and I had my balance, I was good. I had the crutches for maybe like 2 weeks, and then it got to a point where I was like, all right, I'm good. I need this cane. Like, and then from there, I'm back to my regular, like. But this happened when I was young, so that was another lucky thing. I was only just 18 when that happened. Now, if I'd have been 28 or something like that when it happened, oh hell no, it'd have been a recovery process. In certain instances, I probably would have been using a cane still.
Yeah, the older we get, the harder it is for us to recover. So, and even with illness, you know, breaking something, getting over a cold can take longer. I've witnessed that myself because that's just I've just noticed it. Oh, it's taking me a little longer. So it's really prevention is key. But if things happen, you know, we gotta still, like you said, get up and try to push through it. Like I was walking when I had walking pneumonia is what they call it, right? I had that, and I was still doing my walks, going on my power walks and stuff. And even though I didn't feel good, I felt really like crap. I had to push through it because that actually helps with your lungs to keep moving, because otherwise you just end up in a worse shape and maybe unalived. So, you gotta push through and not give up, because once you give up on yourself, a lot of people around you will end up giving up on you. You might have a few that might stick around and try to, push to help you be motivated, or spark your try to spark your momentum to go to get it. But sometimes after a while they get tired too, because if you ain't in it for yourself to take care of yourself, then who else is going to want to take care of you if you don't want to take care of yourself? So, but I'll drop down. I just wanted to chime in on that and just encourage everybody to, do the best to take care of yourself. And even if it's reducing, like I used to tell people, you don't have to not eat whatever your fast food, whatever your favorite fast food is. Just get a kids meal instead. Like, there's ways that you can find that balance. Like, if you like, which I don't do McDonald's, but just for instance, McDonald's, instead get a smaller meal. You don't have to supersize that shit. I mean, that's why we end up in the state we're in. America is one of the worst uh countries for medical health. Our health is one of the worst in this world, and it's sad for us to be at the supposed level we're at, with technology and knowledge and freedoms, that we're in one of the worst shapes as far as, the disease and obesity rates and all that, and we're the least educated. It's just it's really sad, but it's what it is. Collectively, I'm not saying everyone is less educated or
Yeah.
study, but collectively, if you look at statistics, we are. But everybody take care of yourself. I'm going back down to the chat. Thank you again, Nate baby.
You already know Letitia, baby. No, see, and that's the thing, though. What you just said wasn't far off because, but you know what? That's because people just haven't been doing the proper research to a degree. Because look, I done seen a couple little, not just clips. I done seen a little couple documentaries where they even said themselves like, there's certain spots of the world that guess what? They don't use as much shit to cook their food and actually have that shit tasting good. Like how here, they just try to throw everything into it. Like certain foods don't always need MSG. Certain foods don't need specific, seasonings and things of that nature just to make everything not. You just fattening us up.
Right, and there's foods, like, if you don't see, you go to these, and I'm sure you've heard this before. If you don't see uh a Chinese eating at that Chinese restaurant, then it's probably not the best food to be eating. That's not the food they typically eat. That's just like any other group or ethnicity that cooks. If the Mexicans ain't eating at that Mexican restaurant, then it's more than likely not the way, it's not authentic anyway. But again, what you said with the seasonings, you don't even need a lot of that MSG and salt and stuff. You can use all kinds of different blends, like herbs, to help, see, like turkey, for instance. I don't know if y'all know, it's one of the blandest meats to cook. But if you add some oregano or um some garlic powder, not garlic salt, garlic powder, onion powder, you add some of those seasonings to it, you can make uh turkey, ground turkey or turkey, taste really good. It just depends on what you're willing to do, again, and it's leaner for you. And I'm not pushing turkey on nobody. I know a lot of people don't like turkey, especially turkey bacon. I like the turkey maple turkey bacon. That one tastes really good. You should try that one. If you're into that stuff, bacon or breakfast foods. But I can eat breakfast any time of the day. But anyway, I don't want to.
Oh, oh wait, that's what he was. No, I see you on that one. I don't mind turkey. Like I said, I don't look poultry. Mostly, it don't matter if it's turkey or chicken. Is mostly good for us. There's certain shit we know we ain't eating. You ain't eating no pelican, and you definitely eating no pigeon. Oh, and that's what he needed. My fault. He needed a double lung transplant.
Oh
Double
man, yeah,
lung transplant. Yeah, that's bad right there.
yeah. That vaping, like I said, I've heard a lot of like horror stories about the vaping. Like that's worse than what nicotine, just a regular cigarette, will do. Which I don't promote that or encourage it either. But it's just I wouldn't be doing any of those things. But yeah, y'all just take care of yourself, my people, and try to do the best you can with what you have. You know, it's always a way to find balance to live a healthier life, even if you cut out fast food once. Let's say you go every day, cut it out down to 5 times a week, and then maybe the next week you cut it down to 4 times a week. We just got to find a healthier balance and and option, and they're there. We just got to look for them. A lot of times it's just collectively laziness.
Mm. Hey,
Yeah.
we just got to get ourselves right. That's it. Like I said, look, even when it comes down to the fast foods, because we know there's some people who always just getting takeout or getting some sort of takeout. There's some things you really don't necessarily need either. It's not so much the large portions. If
Mm,
you know for a fact it just ain't good to eat, or just like I said, somebody, oh, you missing out on the shrimps and stuff like that. No, the hell I'm not. I'm glad I can't eat shrimp. I'm glad I can't eat this. Like
yeah. Yeah.
not even saying I can't. I probably could. I don't know. It's been forever, but I still wouldn't even go near it. That's almost the same way like how some people feel about pork. Like
Right.
I
Right.
don't, I ain't had it in so long that you be like, why am I going back? I'm not going back to this shit. I don't want it.
Right.
It almost does something to them. So that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
even if I'm not allergic no more, it don't matter. I'll still look. I'll take my fish. I'll take any other type of fish. I don't care. Just not the catfish. Ain't
Yeah.
gonna do
On that, to each his own on like how what you choose to eat, of course. But like you said, eventually you have to decide if it's healthy for you for us to eat. But if you're gonna eat it, my thing is to eat it in moderation. Is because some people feel like if they feel almost like they're missing out if they completely remove something from their daily diet habits. It's almost like they feel like they're deprived. And so that's why I always put that in there, like get a kid's meal or get smaller portions, things like that. If it's just something you really feel like, man, I'm craving it or whatever, even though it might not be good for you, like fried fish,
that.
chicken. Fried chicken's not good, healthy for us. My doctor said you can eat it, just take the skin off. I'm like, what? That takes away from the whole taste.
Yeah, but you know what? I've seen some people actually rip the skin off, and for some reason, they'll get it to where it's almost like you ain't missing none. But we know we used to that. We used to that extra crunch, and
Right.
yeah, I know. I know.
Some people, the consistency, like what you said, the crunch. It's that like for me, I like crunchy foods and stuff like that. So I get it, but there is a healthier way, like to eat those things. Like I oven fried my chicken the last time I did fried chicken. So you can
Yeah,
do it that way, and I use panko instead of um flour. So you can find ways to eat healthier and still get what you want, like that taste that you're looking for out of it. It's not a end all situation, basically, because I think that's what tends to make people want to be like, oh, I can't do that. I don't want. It's really a mind thing, mind over matter, and we have to take. That's our on us at the end of the day. Still, we still have to have that willpower and determination to say, "Hey, I'm tired of checking my sugar every day." You can cure yourself. This is
Yeah.
not medical advice, YouTube. This is not medical advice, and I see the copyright disclaimer up. Um, you
Now I always got that up. You know me, I always go left, so
you can
you know
be
ain't no new.
and
Mhm.
you can look this up. You can cure yourself of diabetes, not type 1, but diabetes type 2, which is acquired over time. It's just all about how we choose to eat. I've met patients who have cured themselves from it just by changing their diet. I
Yeah,
had to cut a lot of sugars and breads out of my diet just so I don't get diabetes, because it's on both sides of my family. I've seen how they had to live. I don't want to live like that, putting needles, having to put a needle into inject a needle into me, or well, however you have to do it. And that's just me. I don't want anybody to feel bad or take this wrong. If you are diabetic and have to do that, I'm just giving you suggestions that will help you. You can actually see a light at the end of the tunnel and be like, damn, I don't even have to take this no more. It's just like blood pressure. We
yeah.
If we change our diet, we can come off of that stuff. I had an uncle, Nate, I kid you not,
Mhm.
ate like shit. And I
Mhm.
said, don't you have high blood pressure? You know what he told me, Nate?
What happened?
That's why I take this pill. I said, so you want to take the pill instead of changing your diet and not having to take that crap? Yeah, he wants to eat how he wants to eat, so he gonna keep eating, and they're gonna keep increasing his dosage, and they're gonna keep adding drugs to his routine,
Yeah,
because he wants to eat how he wants to eat. I can't change his mind on it. That's on him at the end of the day. You know,
yeah.
it,
But there
you
was some things I ain't gonna lie to you. There's some things that like see when I was checking on my grandmother that time, I knew
mm-hmm.
it was certain thing. Once I found out what exactly was what, I said, "Oh, okay." She thought she
Yeah,
was slick. She thought she had a friend today. The other day she thought she was slick. It's like, you
mm-hmm.
know what? I say, oh, that's what you want? Yeah, you got your butterscotch. We're not doing that. We're not
Yeah,
going to do that
I just
because no, because
yeah.
she wanted something sweet. Don't get it like, and I would have
Mhm.
on another circumstance. I would have like if
Yeah,
that day her sugar or whatever would have been low. I'd be like, all right, it ain't that sweet anyway. But still, she a diabetic her damn self. So but she's been like that since she was a child. So
yeah. And some people,
think about it. Got to live with that forever.
yeah, some people are born with it; it'll never go away. And some
Yeah,
people, it runs in our family, and we acquire it over time because of our choices of how we eat. And so it makes it difficult for me to be like, man, that's messed up. It's sad. And his life ended too soon. This dude that my husband's associated with, but it's like, damn, if he only would have, or if he could have, or whatever. Like, I know his history just from again what my husband's told me, and I'm like, well, you drinking, you eating bad, you don't take care of yourself, you don't work out. It's just hard for me to be like, golly, uh it's just a sad situation, I have to say. you know it's just a sad situation, and unfortunately he was the author of his life, as we all are. We make our own choices. I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me if I leave here and it was because of my choices. You know,
yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna celebrate. I want my life celebrated. I don't want people like mourning me. I want it to be celebrated. But at the end of the day, I know people, we all will be missed or miss that person. Like this guy needing a transplant, if he can't get it, and I don't know how old he is, but the people in his life, they're gonna miss him if he goes soon. And those are hard, those lung transplants, and you got to follow all those rules, and you got to be on medicine for the rest of your life after you get a transplant. So it's just all about taking care of ourselves. And when we hear these stories of other people or whatever, and man, I still like my vape, I'm still, well, just know what's coming with it, and don't be doing the whole victim mentality thing when it comes to that point, when you need a transplant. That's
Yeah.
where I draw the line. It's like, we ain't gonna play victim now. I know what I did to myself to get to where I am. I know
Yeah.
how I treated myself, how I treated my body. So when I hear people complain about, man, I gotta take these shots, well, shit, or I gotta do this, especially if it's something you can prevent. It's like, I just don't feel sorry for folks, and not that you should feel sorry, but I just don't have empathy. Let me say it that way, because it's like, you made this choice. I made the choices I made. I don't want nobody feeling sorry for me if because the choices I made lead me to a problematic situation. I just don't want nobody feeling sorry, or feeling like, I'm not going to be a victim, and I'm not going to walk around here complaining about what I put myself through.
Uh,
Yeah, we just got to take care of ourselves. I wish that the dude best of luck with him finding some lungs, but
yeah.
I'm gonna drop down so I can get back to work. I'm listening.
No doubt. Appreciate you. You know, you always know you're more than welcome to pop in,
Yeah, I
especially on the
appreciate
topic.
that.
You know, you
Thank
more.
you for bringing attention to these type of subjects.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. I told you this already, Letitia. You forgot. Look, you've been here almost from the beginning. You know what the
Oh
hell I
yeah,
told you. I'm gonna stick to what the hell I'm sticking to. Look,
yeah,
there's things that we just not gonna be able to walk past. 'Cause at the end of the day, those is
mm,
critical moments for life. So, man, listen, I'm down to have the talks even when they're uncomfortable. I've been through them, done it. I'll keep doing it again.
yeah, yeah. That's what's up. Keep doing you and be true to you, because you got to answer to you at the end of the day.
Facts.
All right, peace, bro.
You already appreciate you, sis. That dollars, baby. Shout out to Letitia popping in. Um, yeah, this is what I'm saying all in all though. That right there is a scary situation. You need double lung transplant. Nobody ever wants to have to go to that level. Start thinking about the things again. Think about the things that are critical and important. Those things are definitely going to keep you here a little bit longer. You have to follow a wise decision. You can't just follow people. And that's one thing I see that some people have done. Instead of you following the tune of your own beat, nah, following what everybody else is saying, you following what everybody else is doing. It don't always work out. Again, something might work for somebody. I don't mean it's going to work for you. You still got to think about yourself at the end of the day. Key word, think about yourself sometimes. I've seen people tell me, oh, you always there for everybody, but who there for you? That man upstairs is here for me. That's why I'm still here. So I have a balance. When I feel there's things that need to be spoken about, I'm going to speak about it. And today was one of those because, again, you got to think about your critical health overall. Start switching up certain things, you know. And it is essentially the truth. Too much grease, like that's a problem. Too much grease, high cholesterol. Well, you don't need that. Again, you want to be able to enjoy life, but breathe in properly. And I don't care if you're small or big, because not everybody again is going to be a trim figure. Sorry to say it that way. We are all on this earth built differently. Some are big and tall, some are just big and short, some are just not big at all. There's some people that have had babies and they look like they never had one at all. One of my mom's friends, I swear to God, there's no way in the hell you want to tell me you had 8 kids and it don't look like you ever had a kid at all. Some people are just built different. But again, even while you built differently, you gotta keep yourself in the right state of mind. Put the right things in your diet sometimes. Add certain things in your diet. It might help. Brenda, what's going on, baby? Y'all already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Again, it is about solely a process of elimination. If I know I don't need this, I'm gonna get rid of it, even if it's a slow process. Like prime example, there are people who are quitting cigarettes. And I commend you on that. I'm in the process of trying to do that now. I ain't gonna lie to you, it ain't easy, but it ain't nothing hard neither. It's all a mental thing at the end of the day. You got to be strong mentally on all cylinders. Because again, how can you create a strong balance within you to stop doing something or to start doing something? You ain't using that. Nah, that's the whole fact, realist. But then that's the thing too. Again, sometimes you're gonna have to change that one habit. That one habit to keep you. That one habit will have you on a short bus somewhere. I'm telling you. Yeah, but I don't smoke packs, so I'll give you that much. I don't smoke packs. Nonetheless, I'm not crazy like how some people are. You ain't gonna see me going through a pack or two a day. I ain't doing that. Shit, half of the times I buy them shit, I be getting that. Man, listen. So yo, so me here. So I know you about to ask for one here. Nah, but these gonna stop though. Actually, this is the first one I had since sometime yesterday. So, like I said, it's a process. It ain't an easy one. It's a process nonetheless. You know? But I'm saying, whatever it is that you know you need to stop, hey, you just stop it. Doctors tell you even when you up for older age, if they tell you got to start walking more, stop using the scooter. That's another thing. There's some of y'all that got too self-reliant on the scooters and everything else. This is why some of y'all not really getting the distances you want to get. Like I said, yep, dude just turned 92 years old. I don't see not a walker in sight. From time to time, he probably might pull out the cane, but every other day he on his feet walking like how we walk, and that's a blessing right there because it's rare you're gonna get that. Not with somebody having to hold you up. No, I know there's a lot of things that ain't easy, but again, you gotta have a balance. Just like Letitia said, there's some people who are eating. Listen, there's people that I know that don't cook a day in their life. They always eating something from outside. You figure the way they eat too, they would have been in it, and they still moving healthy. They still because they incorporating the right things, a balance. Still getting out, exercising, keeping yourself moving. Don't just be a couch potato. I don't care if you're working or not. Don't be a couch potato. Get up, get active, go do something. See what I'm doing? Like I said, I'm still on my walk technically. I just had to find somewhere with shelter because shoot, it started raining hard. I'm not stopping my walk for nothing. I ain't gonna hold you, but it's just, but that's for anybody. Things can be stopped if you just stop it. It is all just the mental at the end of the day. I would say it's more mental than physical because again, if I don't think about it, I don't need it and I don't use it. But even still, those vapes are worse than any cigarette, cigar, black and mild, anything that anybody's smoking right now. That shit is even more harmful than the weed you smoke. Sorry to say it that way, but that is facts right there. But again, you're supposed to be keeping yourself just motivated on all angles. You don't have to. Again, it's about thinking about your overall well-being, mentally and physically. Your well-being depends on you. So if there's certain things you know, again, you might have to cut out. You want to be here longer, better do it. And I'm speaking to everybody, young and old. Because again, health affects everybody. And if you're already suffering, want to be here long, you better put the right things in your body to keep yourself strong and fighting. In the long run, though, hopefully, and again, hopefully he do get what he needs. Like most people that might be suffering right now, hopefully they could get what they're needing. Sometimes it's rare that you're gonna catch somebody off the rip that has the same either blood type and everything else for that to even happen. And then even if it does happen, sometimes it could be a small chance that your body will reject it. So again, don't put yourself in that notion right there. Those vapes ain't no good. I'm speaking on that now. Those vapes ain't nothing. You take a risk more with vapes than somebody that rolls up them old tops papers. And some of them old school cats know what I'm talking about. Even down to the what was them shits called BDs. You take less of a risk with that than you do a vape. So essentially, you are in charge of what you're doing with yourself. Just got to get right. Again, healing prayers to definitely everybody who needs it right now, no matter what you're suffering from, because it's not easy. And it will take a toll at times. But again, as long as you got the right spirits, the right motivational people around you, shoot, you're going to live. James, what's going on, my guy? It still kind of is, realist. Yo, you spoke that up, and guess what it is? You go in certain spots, Harlem, shoot, certain spots in all five boroughs, prime example. They still, some of them stores still got that shit. And you see in the street leaning, son. You see fools in the street leaning, in the parks leaning, looking crazy. That's one thing I don't recommend anybody do neither. Same way that vapes is becoming a plague right now. Some people are still dealing with that quote unquote synthetic shit. And that's not nothing for you to be smoking. I don't give a damn. That's not for you to smoke. Like, come on now. Certain things you just don't need because look how have you looking in the long run. Just like you don't need to be doped up on pills all day. You want to be doped up, half sleepy, and just no. Who want to do that? That's what I'm saying. Nobody wants to be on a mixture of uppers and downers just because they want to be inebriated. Come on now. I know I ain't. I can't mix no prime example. I can't mix no high grade and no sleepy weed together. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna balance out. It ain't gonna work because I'm gonna be energetic for a minute. They're like, damn, I just need to sit down. That's almost like how what them pills is doing to you. Anything that you ODing on, trust me, that's what it's doing to you. You're not setting yourself up for a proper balance when it comes to that. And if you put in too many dangerous cocktails in your body already, it just be that one time you decide to add something to it, that could be your final destination, God forbid. So again, get yourself right. Know what you're doing. You want to be here longer for the long haul? Love yourself. Ain't nobody else gonna love you more than you love yourself. Uh, setting the weed and drinks. Yo, really, she just threw me off a little bit, but not too much. And I was just thinking about that the other day because that was going to be a topic of discussion. Man, got my scalp hurt. Shit. It might have been fentanyl though. Yeah. Matter of fact, yeah. Matter of fact, I spoke about that a while back. Remember, I told you they had two slight overdoses out here in my area because they was drinking them from them nutcrackers. That's why I was telling people be mindful of the outside drinks you getting and make sure you know what you're drinking. Be mindful. Because again, if I ain't see you make it, hell no. I'm one of those people. That's just me personally. If I ain't see you make it, that's just like if I'm doing whatever. If I ain't see you do whatever, nope, nope, I don't want it. They ain't gonna set me up like that. So sorry. Pay attention to everything. You out and about, pay attention to your drinks. Pay attention to anything. You ain't supposed to be hitting no weed from people you don't really know like that anyway. There's certain things that guess what? Ain't gonna never be good for you. It take the slightest contact with it for you to get messed up badly. That's one of them. You know, at one point it seemed like everybody was well, it's still going on now. People still putting roofies and all that different shit in people's drinks and stuff. But now you gotta worry about fentanyl being put in some shit like nah. That ain't cool. Yo, Harry, what's going on, my guy? Hey, you gotta be mindful of that, because again, that fentanyl is no joke. No joke at all. Some of these drugs at the purest, it's not good. You see what happened? Or did we not remember Blue Magic back in the day? The purest form of slow death. Excuse me. That's how it was. Anything at its purest form ain't always good. That's why they try to quote unquote dilute it and do whatever. Because if not, you seriously hurt yourself. If you're still dealing with a chemical at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what chemical. It's a highly dangerous situation right there. Before fentanyl, what was the other one? What was it called? Ice? What was they calling it? Ice? Yeah, another thing. That's what I'm saying. Why you gotta get to listen? I can't tell you how to live your life, but I can give you advice. I'm gonna give you the best advice ever. Why would I, prime example, why should you want to take something that you know for a fact is going to slowly burn you out? I'm not doing it. Can't. And some of y'all, you'll say it. Oh, because I want to get that. I want to get that high. I want to be this high. Or I want to be this. I want to feel like because again, you following people. You might see some people. They looking like they having the best time in their life. Guess what? They slowly dying. They don't even know it. Some of y'all got it again. Live, live to the tune of your own beat, man. If you don't need to do it, don't do it. Serious, what's going on, baby? It's all good, baby. I want y'all to see how dark it is outside. Look, 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 look. Y'all can't see nothing. Nothing. You can't see nothing. Sky just like that. Can't see nothing. If it's a plane in the sky, I can hear it but not see it. No good. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That's not cool. Because with some people, all it takes is one opportunity, and that could be their last opportunity. And again, who would want to live like that? I can't. I feel you shouldn't, but for some, you're gonna already make your decisions. But just know those consequences, yeah, they come. They come with a heavy cost. Just like Letitia said, like most anybody else would say with a logical mind. Don't play the victim when it's all said and done. You knew what you was getting yourself into, basically. You just didn't pay it no attention. But you should care about yourself again and love yourself more than know that. Stand on the principles in your life. I'm gonna lie to you. Again, choices you make keep you here long. It's what you choose to do, though. And yeah, on another note, yeah, I might have to bring this subject up later, but I still bring up some of it now. Big facts, Letitia. Big facts. So I'm saying, you never know. You come in contact with somebody that could be on that. You got to be mindful on that too. But again, you shouldn't want to be abusing any type of drug that's going to take you out of your normal comfortability. You don't want to take something that's going to alter your personality and your decisions. Really don't want to. That's like for some people, you want to be out there smoking that dust, right? You know what comes with that. You want to trip on these acid pills and what was the other one? Ah, shoot. I want to trip on the LSD and everything else. Guess what? You know what comes with that. Know what comes with that. And don't be surprised if you end up waking up somewhere you don't want to be at. That is a real fact right there. You don't want to wake up in a hospital. You don't want to be you was out and about. The next minute you waking up in the damn precinct in lockup, not knowing what's going on until you find out what's going on. And again, if you're going to be out drinking, doing what you're going to do, just be careful. Be careful on who you with and make sure they all paying attention to everything. But you need to pay the most attention because again, you could be the main one that's in danger. Get that part. Like I said, start caring about yourself more, start loving yourself more, build yourself up. While you still got life to live, live it to the fullest. Don't drag yourself down the road of uncertainty, and definitely don't drag yourself down the road of non-prosperity. Want to be able to say while you're here, you're leaving some sort of a legacy, and that is going to be beneficial for generations to come, basically. Yeah. Another thing I am going to bring up too about the yeah value of your area is depreciating over time. Yeah. Um. Again, some of you need to start taking focus. If there's certain things that you know for a fact you want to change, you're gonna have to change in one way or another. Again, you know there's things that are being plucked, not just resource wise, but even down to your local resources, your daily quote unquote necessities and your needs, right? How is that going to work when you're allowing everybody and their mama to just purge everywhere they don't need to be purging at? Like, prime example, should I really sit here and have people purging a pharmacy, let's say, and that could be the only pharmacy that's in the area that's for some of the people who actually need specific medications? No. Now then, when that pharmacy decides to close down, what you gonna do then? Now you gotta go well outside your area. And I'm not just speaking in my, I'm not even just speaking in my city. I'm speaking in general. We still ain't negating that part. That a lot of businesses are suffering. A lot of business are closing down, and the ones that are reopening, they ain't playing that because they finally realized they took a hit. We still have a ongoing surge of just purging and robbing, especially out of areas that you live in. Some of y'all should really be ashamed of yourself. To say it on that level. Why purge in the area that you still gotta live and reside in? Like, come on now. Now, when they decide to close up these areas, and now you really have to travel far outside for your needs, or if you're not wise enough to create what you need to create, what you gonna do then? Like I said, there's some of you who you're just doing shit because you're following what everybody else is doing. Oh, word, he just walked out with a few things. I'm gonna do the same shit. It's not helping you. And again, if it ain't essentially going to what it need to go to, what's the purpose of doing it? Now, see, in certain instances, I can use the Robin Hood method, basically. Now, granted, it was taken from the rich, given to the poor, right? But guess what the whole thing of the emotion is? Still was stealing regardless, which is the worst thing because you're not just stealing from that person, you're stealing the resources from the land in general. Gotta think about that. Like I said before, they had a couple of targets that they closing down because people just keep coming in and taking everything. Like, and the thing is, what do you? Then some of y'all out here trying to just boost, just to be trying to get a few dollars, and then again, what are you getting out of that? And somebody was saying, "Oh, it's just the dope fiends and the no." Stop doing that. Ain't just dope fiends doing that. Ain't drug addicts that's just boosting. Got lazy people that's boosting. You got people who just don't care that's boosting. Got young kids, teens, everybody boosting because nobody's stopping. Because apparently, again, you see that they just let them walk out with it. And again, who takes the hit? Killer, what's going on, my guy? Who's taking the hit at the long run? The people, essentially. Now, again, in some of these areas, you only got but so many necessities that you're going to need in your community. Why have to go take an arm and a leg to just get where you need to get at because you messed up? See, when you're doing certain things along those lines, your hood loses value. Shit, it even gives people the open window to say, well, shit, if they robbing their own, shoot, we could come rob them too. Oh, shit, I forgot to pin the link. My bad. I forgot to pin the damn link. My bad, y'all. I got you. Like, come on now. Let's keep it a buck now. You know your community might not have as much. Why keep plaguing the community? Anything you should be trying to find a way to help restore balance. Tia, what's going on, baby? No doubt, Ollie appreciate you, baby. Again, some of y'all are doing what's necessary, which is respectable. You're trying to fight to keep certain things in your communities. But see, it's not just the people. It's also, again, it's politics when it's all said and done. Uh-huh. Come on, man. You always want to come up here when you driving, son. Come on, don't do that, son. I'm tired of your
Yeah,
shit.
you know,
What's
yeah,
up?
Yeah, I be on. You know, I be working and shit. Oh,
Nah,
excuse my language. Hey man,
you good. I done said worse on here. Come on.
all right. Yo, that's some heavy talk, man. Word, man. I definitely I'm pretty sure we all appreciate the the unorthodox way of getting your message across. I'm talking about as far as like just not with the BS and staying staying with the relevant stuff, man. That really needs to be talked about, yo. You know what I mean?
Facts.
That's important, man.
Cause they ain't
To be
got
honest,
nowhere to go, man.
yeah, to be honest, man, that's why I fell back on a lot of other dudes' channels because they're not talking about nothing relevant, man. You know, that's why I keep coming back to you because it's like, yo, fam, talking about real stuff. You know what I mean? Word that need to be talked about. That fentanyl stuff, man. That joint is killing people, bro.
Yeah.
It's in so much different things that dudes ain't even aware of it, yo. Word up.
Yeah, nah, because it's taking people out left and right. Like I was telling somebody, I said, man, listen, I said, I can see, look, you're an adult, you make your own decision. If you feel this is what you're going to do, this is what you're going to do. But when you see it starting to get to a point where even now, not so much as just your kids, but kids around your kids is getting into this shit now. At some point, you should have a logical sense of, you know what? Nah, we ain't trying to see this. Again, why be another statistic of something?
Exactly. Word, man. And all that stuff is being put out, man. I don't want to get too general, but we know who putting that stuff out, man. Trying to
Yeah,
just the same people that put the poison in our communities that destroyed us way back when, man. We dealing with some sick people here, man. Some really
yeah,
sick people, man. And once people start realizing it's way more ordinary people than it is elite, we'll be fine, B. But until then, every man for themselves. Like we could shut YouTube down if everybody supported everybody. You would have 1 million subscribers. I would have 1 million. But people just all about self-preservation, man. They only worried about themselves. And then when something happens that could have possibly been avoided, like, oh yeah, that's what you should have did. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Word, man. It's sickening, man. For real. We got to get all this stuff. This point, it's 1% of the population controlling everything, man. And we know this. So what about the other 99%? The ordinary people. Are you mean to tell me it's more of them than it is more of us than it is of them? Come on, B. We know that's emphatically not cipher, man. You
Facts.
know what I mean? For
Nah, but
real,
that's what
man.
I was saying. That's what I was saying, bro. I said, man, listen, I said, there's certain things. Yeah, I said it's a two-way street. I said, because the same way we know how it was implemented is the same way we should have refrained from certain shit. So, like I said, it's a hit and miss when it comes to that because like I told somebody, how can I sit here and preach about not having to shoot and kill if I'm out here shooting and killing? like that would be like me being on a positive tip even on a rap tip, prime example, that'd be like me being positive to use it. This nigga out here going, the hell wrong with you? Like it fucks you up right there. So that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta think about that. It ain't cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of things we're not thinking about, man. Whole bunch of stuff, like even with these especially with them drugs, man. Like you said, you don't even know what you're taking. Like but they put it out there, they put it in the communities, let it fester, and then but see, good thing through the grace of God, man, a lot of us ain't fall victim to that new stuff that they creating and that they putting out. Look at this dude, idiots,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Another
all
one.
that stuff, and they keep they in the lab cooking up something else to try to destroy us. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? This is all for the so-called population control. Come on, man. There's some parts of this earth that we ain't even explored yet. You know what I mean? There's plenty of space. Nobody should have to get taken out because some look at the dude Bill Gates. Now he's a wacko too. Your dudes don't even know that. He's one of them dudes trying to push that agenda. The world is getting overpopulated. He's almost about to be out the door. He probably got another 10, 15 years to live or something like that. Know what I mean, all this propaganda that they putting out, man,
But
and
see, to be
like you
honest
said,
with
man,
you,
we gotta wake up, man.
that number could be less than what you just said as far as 10 to 15. You never know how that higher power playing anyway. Trust me, there's a lot of things
Right.
going, not solely just because of whatever. Some of that was just panned out the way it's supposed to be panned out. Like I said, we're gonna be well, which we are right now. We in a time with people they ain't knowing left from right now, and they ain't giving a damn. But at some point they gonna wake up. And again, it's just it ain't gonna be no more about just we should. You had all the ample time to think about certain things before it was all said and done. Hold on. What's going on, baby? That's what I'm saying. You gotta
Salute to
be
the chat.
mindful because again, you gotta make sure that you doing the best you can. That's why I was saying, like, even earlier, like I said, look, that young man gotta wait for a double lung transplant, basically, son. See, even simple shit like that. That vape right there is it's costing people, son. That's one thing of costing people. It don't matter. It's not even about a race thing. It's just a general thing. There's certain general things that affect everybody in every community as a whole.
That's right. Especially when it comes to our communities, man.
Yeah.
All this money that we spending with people that don't look like us, you know, and all these privileges that these foreigners have. It's crazy, man. They got so
Well, we
many
can't
different
say all
privileges, huh?
we can't say all the foreigners. Remember, we having the migrant problem. They ain't getting most of the shit they supposed to be getting right now. Look, you
Yeah,
got the look. You got. I know where you're going with that one, with the one group. I know, but we talking about everybody else that's coming here right now. Yeah, they ain't getting everything. They ain't privileged because if they was, we wouldn't be hearing these stories. They sleeping in the parks. They taking over everything to a degree in certain spots. They getting reshipped and relocated places. That would have been
right.
already somewhat situated. But when it comes to I would say I know where you're going. The foreigners that have already been here, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
but look,
trying
when you in them specific groups, this is what
to.
happens.
Yeah,
I ain't even gonna get deep into this rabbit hole. I know myself.
right. All the Orientals and all that, man. We spend so much money with them. You come out with a restaurant, see how much they support your restaurant. You know, but that, like you
Yeah,
said, that's another story. That's another topic for another day. That
yeah.
definitely need to be discussed, man. Because we gotta get on the ball, man. We gotta take control of our communities, man. You know,
But we can
or
take control of what we have right now. It's just the people gotta really back each other up. Because like I was saying, they just closed down one of the pharmacies in my area. We got like three more, but still, like you
yeah,
knock down the main one that if people gotta go prime example. So some people that got them cash apps or the other cards, they gotta go load up, nigga. If that check cash in place ain't fucking doing nothing, then you gotta go where you got. Now look, you done messed up because the spot that would have been open early. Now look, you gotta go outside to go get it done, or you might have to do it online. You might not even want to trust it online. So look, why
right.
keep fucking yourself up?
Yeah, all that dope and poison that they pumping out of them places, man. And then you mean to tell me, in order for me to sustain life, I gotta use this for the rest of my life, man? And you talk about drug dealing at its most highest level. Come on,
Facts.
man. Because that's another billion dollar industry. And then I was doing a little bit of math, and I'm like, dang, if we get 1% out of this, 1% out of that, it's crazy, man. I gotta really start pushing it though, like pushing it. And I
Yeah.
had a dude I'm supposed to work with, a white dude. I'm trying to cross over, trying to get the white people to, because you know, unfortunately, with our people, they think you scamming. They're like, yo, he got to be scamming. He got to be doing it. Nah, I'm like, the people that scamming you is when you go to the corner store and you spending all these millions, and they're not pumping that back into the community. They sending it into their communities and building up their wealth. But we are the consumers. We the customers. You know what I mean? We supply and feed so many different people that we forget to feed ourselves, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, we gotta wake up, man. Like you said, bro, we got to wake up, man. Cause I can't I would be devastated, man, if some of the stuff that's continuing to happen now happens 10 years later, man. I'd be like, wow, man, it's really curtains, man. It's crazy, B.
Big facts.
Yeah,
And you don't
yeah,
want that. In no way, shape, or form do you want that. So,
Right.
but but that's another story too. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's another story, right.
Conversations come, bro. Nah, them conversations come. But like I said, it ain't that far off. Sometimes in certain industries you only need 1%. And that 1%, you basically set. Like I
Yes.
said, most people just be focusing on the big numbers, no? Sometimes
Right.
it's good to take the smaller portion. That
Yeah,
smaller
you don't
portion will last you
right.
longer.
Yeah, exactly. You don't just like the 1%ers that control the world, they showing you the blueprint, but we just overlooking it because granted, it's a lot of things happening. Kids, you might have bills and stuff like that. But what I'm trying to get the people to understand is you're not the only one going through this, man. You're not. The motor vehicles industry is $1 billion. And it's at least 20 to 30 different businesses that we are contributors to that we could just get not even a whole percent, just a half a percent. You know what I mean? You don't need much, man. We don't need much to try to get our communities together. You know what I mean? But it's gonna take a collective effort. People understand the issues that we face. Nobody knows our problems better than we do. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Nobody know. I shouldn't have to leave my community where to feel safe. I shouldn't have to move around a group of people that really don't want me around. So I could be like, yeah, man, I'm safe, man. My kids is good. My kids go to here. My kids go. But what about the kids back in the community? It's you know how many brilliant minds are standing on them corners, bro? It's brilliant people out there, man. You know how we come on, man. We creative, we do so many different things, man. But yet and still we still fighting these battles alone. And look at these. Oh, forget it, man.
Nah, you good. Listen, we got brilliant minds, not just on the corners, got brilliant minds in the jail system. And we had brilliant minds that never got a chance to be brilliant because of violence. How you doing? So that's a how you doing? That's a portion right there. Look, like I said, if they not on the corners, if they not locked up, most of them are not here. They never got a chance to live their potential because just being in wrong places at the wrong time.
Right, man. I was telling dudes, man, I got I have 5 personal family members from my family that have died from gun violence, man. My cousin died when he was 14. My little brother died when he was 13. You know what I mean? And then the list goes on, but it's like, who knows who he could have been, man? We got to give these kids a shot, man. We got to give them a shot, man. We owe it to them. Be like, yo, at least, man, or at least try to put in some kind of programs for ourselves to do the do for self programs before we just throw in the towel. Be like, all right, come on, man. Let's just, like you said, let's just get on some purge thing and just destroy each other because that's what they want. You know what I mean? Come on,
Yeah.
man. We smarter than that, man. And the internet is the perfect weapon, man, because we can reach so many different people from right there in your crib.
Like,
How could you beat that, B? You don't even got to go on the world tours and yo, let me go to this city. You could go right here on YouTube, yo, and reach so many different people. You know what I mean? But it's a process. I know it's not going to happen overnight. So I'm not, I'm I'm concerned, but I'm not worried. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Word, B. We got to get on it, man.
Nah, it's a whole big fact, man. Oh yeah, definitely. But that's why I was saying, just again, it's just solely about process of elimination on all angles. So I was speaking about last night. I was speaking about it on a certain angle, but today is just a brush off, but also a recap. Again, it's just about process of elimination on all angles. Do you eliminate, and even if you can't eliminate those negatives to a degree, suppress it. Because guess what? When you are messing up the areas that are bringing the wealth or that's bringing the financials to keep everything in tune, you're essentially messing yourself up in the people. So how you gonna play victim? Like
Right.
how you cry about something not being in your hood, then when it comes here, the first thing you think to do is just rob, steal, pillage, and do everything. Can't do that.
Yeah.
Even when it's your own people. I feel like this. If I open up a business in my own hood, I shouldn't have to worry about losing my life in my own hood, especially if I'm coming to make sure my business is where it needs to be at. Like, come
Right.
on, man.
Yeah. Especially if you got the people, but it's so corrupt out here. They'll send a mole, and then we could be going straight, and that one mole could destroy everything, and then everything. Just like remember with the Bloods and Crips and Cali. Remember they had that ceasefire. They had a truce going on.
Yeah.
They
Some of
sent
them
them
still
mole.
got it. Some of them still got a truth going on, regards to what being implement or what's being portrayed out there. Some of them still got a truth. Some of them groups, because if they came from the old school method of it, and some of them old school cats are actually, even if they ain't active, they still a vocal part of everything. Like, nah, you ain't making no moves if you ain't getting nothing from the head honcho himself.
Right. Yeah. Because
Like
if
the
they send.
Godfathers, basically. That's what they become, like Godfathers are, from what I'm saying.
Right.
They look here. I don't gotta be active, nigga, but my word is bond, nigga, and my word is higher than half of y'all niggas. So you gonna have
Right.
to take heed to that.
Yeah, but you know how it is with these kids, because we all was children at one time, teenagers, and this, that, and the third. You can. It's about consistency, man. You could
Yeah,
tell me what not to do, but if you don't stay on me, because some kids need that
yeah,
extra attention. You know what I mean? Like, yo, man, get off the corner, man. Yo, I what? Then you don't see the dude for 2-3 years later. Now that kid that you was talking to, he's dead now.
yeah,
And he probably wasn't a bad kid, because that's how I was. I did stuff just to fit in. You know what I mean? And I was around a whole bunch of madness, but I wasn't. I knew when to cut it off, though, bro.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I wasn't bucking stuff in broad daylight and doing all that. Some of the stuff that I seen happen from the homies, from me being around them. And no, you gotta have, if you're gonna talk to somebody, you gotta be consistent, and then you gotta lead them somewhere. Yo, come in, man. Yo, just hop in the car. Yo, where we going? We gonna fill out some applications, man. We're gonna get you to work, because that's all that's gonna happen. But we trying to get you to do it beforehand, so you don't have to be 40 years old being a janitor, feeling like, dag, man, I wasted my life and this, that, and the third. You can nip that in the bud now. I mean, you gotta get to work, man. These kids gotta go get to work. I mean, the ones that are eligible, that are able to work. Some of them, I think now, see, out here in Carolina, they let these kids work at 15, 16 years old, man.
Nah, but this
Work.
supposed to. First of all, that's like that. First of all, well, shit. Mostly every state was like that. You technically, bro. Most of the states that I looked at, you technically can have your working papers by 13, son. That's
Right,
especially in the city, son. Like, man, listen, a lot of us was getting ours at 13, 14. Like that was the move right there, because it was like,
right.
just in case. Because how you doing? Just in case, if you found something that you could work with even while you was in school, nigga, that was it. So again, you might not have been able to work the crazy hours like you see some of them, but you still was working nonetheless. You learned the value of
Yeah.
the
Little 20 hours a week, 25, you know what I mean? Not nothing too strenuous. School might still be in session too. So a little
value.
3-4 hours here, 5 hours there, 20 hours a week. That'll do them kids right, man. Put a little 150, $200 in your pocket. You earned it honestly.
Yeah,
And it's nothing like making an honest dollar, man. Cause I live my life totally like peaceful, man. I don't worry about nothing, literally, yo.
yeah,
Sometimes me and wifey don't even lock the door. It's like that, bro. You know what I mean? And it just we got some work to do, man. We got a lot of work to do, and we can
damn, this
use.
nigga almost,
Yeah,
my fault.
B.
This nigga almost crashed just now. Damn,
Yeah, you know how the city is, B. Everybody in a rush to go nowhere.
yeah, nah, because this truck was just pulling out because they just had a delivery. I just got back to my block. This nigga just try to fucking ram through something like he ain't just see that truck getting ready to pull out. Like, what's wrong with you, nigga? Speed
Hmm.
forward for nothing, bro. That's another thing, like I was saying. Being mindful on that road. That's why I tell everybody, even
Right.
nigga, even you, I be telling your ass, nigga, you
You
know you
do.
on the road, motherfucker. Don't be coming up here like that, man. Keep your eyes on that damn road.
Yeah. Yeah, but when the topics is heavy, man, I gotta come up, man.
I don't want to hear
I
that,
gotta.
Craig. I do not want to hear that, Craig. I was like,
That's that's a whole fact, yo. The topics be too heavy. I'm like, yo, I gotta get on it, man. I gotta speak my piece, man. Like
Yeah,
I said, man, I definitely appreciate you, man, and uh, I'm just glad you don't deviate, man. You stay on course about what stuff that need to be talked about, yo. You know what I mean? That's very important. That's very very important. And you got these people in these high places. They always talking about the communities, but they don't have no solutions. It's like, yo, okay, a turkey here and there. That's love. You know, anything you give back from the kindness of your heart. I don't care if it's a write off or whatever it is. That's love, man. I
yeah,
consider that love. But if you keep giving me stuff, I'm gonna keep expecting. But if you
yeah,
show me something, you show me a path and how I can make my own way. That's even you know, overwhelmingly well respected. You know what I'm saying? Like if you keep giving me stuff, I keep expecting, and then I won't want to get off my butt and do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? But we definitely appreciate the celebrities or whoever's doing whatever they're doing for the communities. That's love. But you know, I'd rather for you to show me a path where I could create my own economic.
yeah. Don't worry, I'm back, son. I'm back. I had to get my pet dragon out just in case. I had to get my pet dragon out, son. Nah, but it's truth though. And you look like you in the Matrix right now. I know it. I know it. Always in the Matrix, man. Nah, but it's the truth though, man. Listen, there's some people who can implement, and again, you gotta push them. Like, look, I don't care. They might not want to hear it, but they need to hear it. And sometimes when they do hear it, trust me, it be impactful for them because now they thinking like, damn, this person really going hard, so they must really, know what? I don't want to disappoint this one. I don't even want to disappoint myself again. Even when your parents push you for the right things, but you gotta make sure, even as a parent, you pushing your kids for the things they know they want, not what you want. You can't live your life through your kids. Your kids got to carve their own path. Yeah, I know. That's because he on that road thinking he's slick. Shouts to Harry though. Oh, this the truth though. You don't want to wait further down the line before you finally decide what it is you really want to do. And there's some things you shouldn't have to do. I shouldn't have to cause violence, chaos, or mayhem on anybody, especially my own people, when I could just implement myself and do something right. I ain't gonna get crazy, crazy, man. Nah, you good, bro. You good. Shoot. But the main thing again, just to remember, got time to make things happen and to keep the prosperity and the wealth going on all angles again. You just got to stand for something. You have to stand for something. That's how you keep things in the up and up. Can't cry about not having opportunities if you ain't trying to be a part of building opportunity. But like I said, I might delve deep into that tonight, definitely. It's about that time for me to start getting myself somewhat prepared. Yeah, your boy got to work the next 2 nights, but good ones though, good ones. So I'll definitely, if I don't bring no music this afternoon, I'll definitely be bringing the conversation again tonight. And appreciate you, Sirius, for dropping all those links, baby. Appreciate you, Letitia and Harry, for popping in. Y'all already know when the conversations get deep and that link is dropped, y'all already know y'all more than welcome. That's anybody. That's how we do it, though. We need more talks. We don't shoot. Prepare for the long haul. That's something you don't want. Because there'll be a long haul trying to get back to some sort of civilization and some sort of balance. You want to go that far. Again, healing prayers to those who need it on the health tip, and just healing prayers, period, for people who might have lost people along the way. It's still early in the year, but we got a long process. We got a long road ahead of us. While you are still here, again, think about your overall health, not just your mental health, but your physical health. There's certain things you know you need to cut out, just cut them out. Again, solely a form of process of elimination. Process the things that you need and want in life, and eliminate the things you don't want and need. But I'll be back later tonight, definitely. This is a good conversation. It's always a blessing to bring something to the people, you know, and we're going to keep rocking out like that. Again, you know, it's all love to everybody who's been a part and still a part of this process and being a part of this eulogy family. We still got work to do. I see everybody building and growing the right ways. Happy about that. And we'll continue to keep bringing that prospect of just opportunities. Never know what lies around the corner if you keep holding yourself back or hold yourself back from a good conversation because it's needed, you know. But I definitely see y'all later on. Get myself figured out with lunch. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance today, y'all already know that love is love and it be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I do is give you real. That's all I'm gonna do is give you real topics and real bills. Like I said, I could see y'all tonight with a convo, or I might see y'all with some music. Either which way, it don't matter. I definitely see y'all later on. Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.